This video is all about the primary survey. The primary survey is the initial assessment of a person or patient at the scene of an incident. It helps us identify life-threatening issues in a methodical step-by-step process. The acronym for the primary survey is DRABCD, Dr. ABCD. Imagine you walk into a room or you turn into a street and see someone lying on the floor looking very unwell. When we suddenly get presented by an incident, our body gives us a shot of adrenaline. This causes our heart to race and we sometimes can't think what to do. This is why a simple step-by-step process like the primary survey is helpful. So let's go through the primary survey. D stands for danger. First of all, step back, look left, right, up, down and behind you. Rushing towards an incident can be dangerous, so take a step back and take a breath before you step forward and help. Look for dangers such as traffic, chemical spills, live electrical cables, loose scaffolding that could fall on your head, or a nasty man in the corner with a knife. Sort the danger before approaching the patient, even if it takes a while. You may need to ask someone to block the road with their car, ask a builder to make a piece of machinery or structure safe, put a handbrake on a car, or even call the police. You cannot help someone if you are also injured yourself. Your instinct will be to rush forward to help the person, but you cannot help them if you are injured yourself, so check for danger first. R stands for response. It is now time to get closer. Kneel down next to the patient, tap them on the shoulders and shout into their ears. Hello, can you hear me? Can you open your eyes? Doing this will give you an understanding of their response level. They may be alert and able to speak to you, they may be unconscious, or they may be somewhere in between and only able to respond to your voice or touch. A stands for airway. The airway is the way that air gets into your lungs. It travels from the space around you into your nose and mouth and then goes down the back of your throat, down the trachea or windpipe before entering your lungs. It is common that when someone is lying on their back, maybe unwell or unconscious, the airflow gets restricted by their tongue and soft tissue. When everything relaxes, your airway gets smaller and sometimes blocked. You can't swallow your tongue, but it can get in the way of your breathing, and the weight of your jaw and neck, when totally relaxed, presses down and makes the airway smaller. A little bit like when we snore in bed during deep sleep. We can improve the airway by tilting the head back. We place a hand on the top of the head and 2 fingers on the chin and then tilt the head back. With an adult, tilt the head back as far as it goes. This will give them the biggest and best airway. It is a simple life-saving technique. Simple actions save lives. B stands for breathing. We now check to see if the patient is breathing by looking, listening and feeling for no more than 10 seconds. We place our ear close to the mouth to see if we can hear breathing or feel breaths on our cheek. We also look down the chest to see if we can see the chest rising and falling. On average, they should take 2 breaths in 10 seconds. At this point, we have a decision to make. If they are breathing, but we can't wake them up, then this is called being unconscious. And we need to place them in the recovery position and then call for an ambulance. See the recovery position video on how to do this. If they are not breathing, then we need to call 999 and move along the primary survey to C for CPR and D for defibrillator, if there is one available. If someone is close by, ask them to call 999 for you and to fetch a defibrillator. Now watch the CPR and defibrillator videos. A defibrillator is also known as an AED, which stands for Automatic External Defibrillator. So to recap, the primary survey letters are D, R, A, B, C, D, and they stand for danger, response, airway, breathing, CPR and defib. Thank you for listening. I hope you found this helpful.